You all, we are not licensed professionals. You know, we are just here on this roller coaster called life, trying to be better friends to one another, trying to be better human beings on this planet. If you're tuning in, we are not opting out of therapy. We are not advocating that you listen to us and not see someone who is licensed and trained to help you with day-to-day life on how to cope and deal. So we advocate for therapy a lot here. We believe that everyone has something to talk to somebody about. So, just like to make that disclaimer that we're just here giving our opinions and having discussions week by week. And we're hoping that, you know, maybe you can find something useful, or if at least find a little humor in this terrible, terrible rock we call the world.
In other words, if you listen to our advice and you get popped in the mouth, don't at us.
Yeah, don't at me because you may get popped in the mouth again. Welcome back to another episode of the Friendship University. You know, the podcast where we just try to be a little less trash every single day in hopes that it will encourage you to not be a little less trash. Y'all know what it is, baby. We back. I got your favorite boy in the building. Finally back on the mic, the ones and twos. Ripping out the plastic.
Acting brand new.
Okay.
It is I, Miki, the OG best friend. For the record, I am back. Yes, after my little hiatus.
Yes.
Kristen is back from her excursion, hanging out with her alleged OG best friend. Shout out to you. Listen to the episodes. Thank you for filling in. But I want you to remember that you are a fill-in.
Can we put the shots fired thing in there?
I'm kidding. No, I love the episodes. I love what you had to say. I've actually been very thrilled to meet you if the time ever comes. She sounds very intelligent. Sounds like a great time. I'm hoping you had a great time. I missed you so much. Very happy to be back. But yeah, how are you?
Man, I'm happy to be back. I missed you too. It was I did enjoy my time. I will not lie. It was good, but it's nice to be back, you know, get back into the swing of things and get stuff done. There's a lot of stuff that needs to be done before the end of the year. I just would like you all to know we are officially in the last 6 months of the year. I don't know why you niggas always say this in June when there's 7 months at June, July, August, September, October, November, December. 7, not 6. So next year, please save your half of the year post till July. Thank you. Anywho, I'm good. It's hot, but it's not as hot as Texas. It was, I think the hottest day was like 115.
Absolutely not. Absolutely fucking not. 115?
115 degrees Fahrenheit, baby.
No, I'm good.
Cooked.
Crispy.
It really was.
Broasted, some might say.
It's honestly what I was. I had to adjust my routine a little bit, do things outside a little later in the day. You know, like do my runs and my walks and stuff. But it was fun. Got to see a lot. Got to eat a lot. But I'm back in the A, baby.
Welcome back.
Peace up, A-Town down.
Just in time for
no
Beyonce.
Shout out to Usher, though, because I ain't trying to get in trouble with nobody.
Ooh.
Because he get everybody in trouble with everybody.
Everybody.
How are you?
I'm good. Emotionally exhausted per usual, so that hasn't changed. July was not a busy month, but it was a intense month in a sense I've had to move. I haven't moved in like 3 years, and I forgot how much work went into moving. Mind you, I wised up.
I told you.
I'm at the age now where I no longer lift furniture.
Okay.
I hire someone for that.
Man,
but packing,
tell you.
I don't have a lot of stuff. You know me, I don't have a bunch of stuff. I'm not a minimalist by any means, but like I don't just have. Honestly, I'm not someone who needs a lot of stuff.
People say that, but Miki honestly does not have a lot of stuff. Like
I have like a couch and like a TV.
I don't have a lot of stuff, and it'd be like 3 couches, 2 beds, 2 bookshelves, a rug, 5 lamps. Mickey has his bed and just his dresser in his bedroom.
1 bed, 1 dresser, a couch, love seat, desk, and my entertainment station. That's really it. So I have big stuff, but not like a bunch of little stuff. He doesn't have a bunch of
clothes. So.
No, I wear the same 7 shirts. I have 1 shirt to make it through every day of the week. Maybe an 8th one if I'm feeling spicy.
Yeah.
So it's been a while since I've had to like pack up and things like that. I also did a lot of shedding for the sense of like getting rid of things I just don't need. And mind you, I already don't have a lot. So I was just like, all right, let me look at my house. Let me look through my stuff, see what I have not touched like at all in the past like 6-7 months. I actually found a good amount of stuff that I just haven't touched. For example, like my toaster, like apparently I don't toast things. I just don't do it. I don't think I've ever really used my toaster outside of like one time with like Eggo waffles.
I'm trying to think about time. I don't feel like I really ever see you eat toast.
It's one of those things where it's like, it's nice to have, but I personally never use it. I mean, maybe when I move again, I'll have it for like guests, but like I rarely have guests.
That's fair. But you can also like put your bread in your air fryer.
Right. So, did a lot of that. Also preparing my cat to move, which was the first time he's been through a move. And, cats are not like dogs. They need a lot of preparation before they move and a lot of de-stressing when they get there. He's still stressing out a little bit, but I have no shame in saying it. I moved back in with the folks, just trying to realign my life, get things back together. Also, well wishes for my mother. My mother is having spinal surgery, so if you can just like send your well wishes her way. But yeah, outside of that, I'm doing pretty good. Again, I hired someone to do the move because I wasn't lifting not a damn thing. I lifted 1 box that had my PlayStation and my computer in it.
And
so I was like, don't touch it.
Did not trust them.
No, and my deck actually, my DJ deck. I was like, don't touch it.
Your deck and your speakers probably were in there.
But yeah,
that makes sense. Listen, shout out to the people who either moved back in or still live with their parents to stack that bread.
It's hard out here. I'm not gonna lie. There were like the first 24 hours, I was like, "Oh, I made a fucking mistake. It's time to go." And that's not to say my parents. I love my parents. They're great. It's just like after you go from living on your own and being, whatever, and like I lived by myself. It was just me and a cat, or at one time me and a dog. Mm-hmm. I'm just not used to like a lot of noise or like people being in my space all the time. And like they were like knock on my door, like, "Hey, what you doing? What you up to?" I was like, "Okay, I can't do this. I need space." So I was looking at apartments, girl. I was like, how. The unit I was in is going for $1,650.
You're joking.
No.
That's
when disgusting. When I first moved there, which was 3 years ago, my initial rent was $1,025. It went up from the past 3 years, and I think when I moved out, I was paying $1,320 or something like that. They went up 3 hundos on that.
Wow.
It's not even updated. No new appliances, no new floors, no ceiling fan, nothing. Y'all are wild. Whoever, this housing crisis is it's for real. So if you're moving home to save some coin or moving in with grandma or you got to move home for different reasons to help out, do you?
Yeah.
Save that money because my bank account is singing right now.
Okay. You get that check and the first of the month hit and you're like, ooh, it is the first of the month. Wake up. Wake up.
So, no shame in it. Do what you got to do.
Absolutely not. If you're in an environment where, it's not
right, if you can do
going
it, right.
to kill you essentially, like internally, and even sometimes that we just gotta recognize that things are temporary, and you just have to do what you can with what you have. So just maintain the things that are in with your responsibility. I have the type of family. My mom actually did not want me to move out. Like
same, yeah.
She was like, "You can stay till you get married," and I was like, "No, girl. I've been living on my own for a little." When I moved back to Atlanta, it was like, "Oh, you can stay." I'm like,
it's a very I don't know if it's an American thing specifically, but it's definitely something that I see in our country more than other countries, where it's like we turn 18, we become super independent and move out. Folks be saying it in other countries. Folks stay home until they're literally getting married.
But see, that's how it is, because it's just like you'll have situations where certain cultures, everybody lives in one house or close to one another, and then the elders will stay in that house, and then the younger generation will grow up, get jobs, get their own house, and then move more people in. And it's just like, now you have all this property to pass down, and we have to dismantle the whole
country.
At 18, you're grown, get out. figure it out, get on your own, be on your own 2 feet mentality, because it's very dangerous. It just isn't sustainable for everyone. And we also have to think about like the past generations that did move out. They were marrying at like 16.
Right.
16. My parents got married. My mom was 18. My dad was 20. So she had just graduated high school. So
Crazy.
yeah, of
we
course.
live in a whole different world, but yeah, it's do what you got to do. Honestly, I wish if I could go back in time and tell 18-year-old me to slow his ass down.
Cause you was out here, baby. You was like,
actually, that's not true. Actually, I mean, not to say I didn't try. I definitely tried, but I didn't actually move out of my parents' house until I was. If I'm 27 now, I must have been 22. So I waited a little bit to move out. Again, not for lack of trying, but I also wasn't like rushing it in the sense of like my parents weren't pressuring me, but I also was like, I want to be independent. I want to do my own thing. But also I make $725. So where am I going?
I'm going to my room.
Okay, I'm going to my room.
So
you gotta do what you gotta do. You know, everyone's on their own timeline.
I'm glad that you got it. I will always be an advocate for stacking that coin and outsourcing what you can. Let me just be clear. I understand it's a privilege.
Truly.
You can't outsource everything, and you can't move in with your parents. So if you can afford movers, it's just a irreplaceable feeling to not have to worry about moving furniture if you have the money to do it. And if you have the opportunity to stay with your parents or grandparents, you know, wherever you are, do it for as long as you feel comfortable outside of societal norms.
Right.
Don't let them influence
as it's serving you.
Yeah,
don't
don't be like going out and then they make you feel bad.
But I will say, there's no price on mental health. So if it's really not for you,
that's what
you might have to run that $1,650 over there in Smyrna.
Get you a roommate or something.
Okay, 2 jobs.
Okay, my man got 2 jobs.
Okay, but no, you are 100% correct. I am very grateful. I am very lucky. It's only been like a week and I've already gotten pretty used to it, honestly. It's actually kind of nice to have people around. Like, living by yourself is cool, and I'll definitely do it again. But it is kind of nice to be like, oh, yeah, my parents are, like, right downstairs. And be like, walk by and be like, hey, what you doing?
You get older, too, and it kind of becomes a privilege to, like, run and see your parents. You know what I mean?
Also, like, they're feeding me, which is great. My mom called me today, and she was just like, hey, we're having curry for dinner. I was like...
Oh, that's why you really living the life.
Okay, I may never leave.
You ain't worried about cooking or eating out. Malik is a true millennial man. He does not cook.
I cook for no other reason but to survive, but I do not enjoy it. Some people are like, oh my God, cooking fills my soul, or oh my God, it's like my stress relief. I'm like, good for you. Hats off to you, not me. I can bake. Baking's like more like that for me to an extent, but like, I don't know how my mom cooked for a full family for 32 years. Yeah. That's insane to me. I don't get it.
There's like studies. I don't want to use the term folklore because it's not. I mean, it has been used in folklore, but there have been studies within like the African American community of how Black mothers specifically would show their love through cooking, and so that's why they would like do these full out smorgasbord meals on Sunday and just different things like that. It was just like a act of service to show gratitude and love.
I could taste my mom's love in her food.
Yeah, I like cooking. I don't have a whole family to cook for yet, but we'll see.
I can barely want to cook for myself. Shout out also to the Barbie movie. I have not personally seen it, but I heard, because we're on the conversation of mothers, I did hear that it really hits the feels when it comes to the mother-daughter relationship. Okay. So if you love your mother, maybe go take her to see Barbie, I guess. I haven't personally seen it, but everyone I see on TikTok or whatever, there's like, that movie made me want to hug my mom. And I was like, okay, well, shout out to the daughter and the mothers. I heard it was a really good movie. Shout out to Oppenheimer. Christopher Nolan's one of my favorite directors. Apparently that's a really good movie too. I plan on doing the Barbenheimer combo this weekend. Actually, I want to see both of them, so I'm probably gonna run both in one day. I'll probably fall asleep halfway through one of them because that's a lot of movie.
It is, and I think Barbie's not that long. I tried to see Barbie this past weekend. It was just a lot. This was my first weekend since I've been back, and my first weekend period in a long time where I just didn't have like any pressing obligations. So I was able to relax a little bit more. There were some things that I had on the docket that I had to get done, but I lounged a lot, got some rest. I just was really just tired because I came back in the middle of the week and had to just hop right back into life. So I'm going to try to go see it. I did hear it's doing very well. I heard it's like breaking the box office. I also heard about there's like a Mattel universe that they're about to start.
Oh, for real?
Yeah,
Okay.
that they're going to do
Everything's got a
one
big
with
universe.
like Barbie, Polly Pocket.
Okay, real quick tangent. Okay, I have to talk about Polly Pocket for like 2 seconds. I'll never to this day understand.
Don't do it, because I have Polly
No.
Pocket.
Let me finish. I will never to this day understand how my parents were shook when I came out of the closet.
Oh.
Because when I think about it, when I was younger, I wasn't asking for... I mean, I would ask for, like, guy toys, I guess, like Transformers, like Optimus Prime and Power Rangers. But you know what I also asked for? What? Polly Pockets. You know who got me Polly Pockets? My mom. There's no way my mom did not know that I was gay. There's zero... how? I don't...
Honestly,
I was like, Mom, I want Polly Pockets, Polly House.
They're doing... Yes, I do not...
I
Polly
don't...
Pockets, Polly House.
Okay, like...
There's a lot of press buzz around the Barbie movie, how much they spend on advertising, the marketing, and all that genius. But yeah, I saw this really interesting thing where like A24, which if you know anything about A24 films, they're out there. They're always going to have like a
I heard
more
they were
dark.
Really good, yeah.
I like a lot of the directors. I've seen most of their films. They're still considered an indie company. Shout out to them because they were able to agree to the SAG rules, but you major all companies can't. Not really understanding, but anyway, yeah, they're supposed to be doing a Barney movie and I'm thinking like
a violent Barney.
I don't know.
Because Barney was like my hero growing up. I don't know if I can do violent Barney.
He didn't look like he was reaching into that sack for sunshine. I'll say that.
I'm looking it up real quick.
So it's supposed to be a whole bunch of films that are coming out, and the theory was that a lot of people thought these movies were going to be so ridiculous that they may not go see them, but that if you set the precedent with the first movie blowing it out of the box,
right?
It's like, oh, this first movie was so good, of course all these other ones are going to be good. Now I have no doubt if A24 is doing that Barney movie, yeah, it may be a little dark, and if you don't want your childhood ruined, maybe not go see it. But it's probably going to be an excellent film. So
it has Daniel Kaluuya.
Yeah.
Sorry, bro. I always mess your name. All I know is that you never smile. Every movie I see him, he never be smiling.
Nah, he don't smile in the movies, but he smiles in his interviews though. So pretty cool. I'm gonna go try to see that. Oppenheimer. I don't know. We'll see. I may wait for that to come.
I'm really just gonna show up for like the last 25 minutes. I just want to see the explosion.
First of all, I heard, and this was just from one person, so I can't really verify if this is true, and it's a comedian, but I heard from someone that there's a lot of unnecessary sex scenes in that. Like, he was Oppenheimering all the women.
Oh, no.
Unnecessarily.
I don't know much about this gentleman. All I know is he made the news. I didn't even know this man existed until this movie came out.
So, I don't know, yo. So, we'll see. But that's good. Well, again, welcome back. I'm so happy to have my host back. I don't know where that came from, but anywho, so y'all know how we do. We're just gonna hop right into it. As you all know, you can anticipate episodes from us every Friday, Friendship Fridays. And yeah, man, we are just evolving. I have a feeling we're on the cusp of something. So y'all better get on it now. Honestly. Y'all really better get on it now because you don't want to be the one to be like, I'm late to the party. I'm late to the train. It's just not going to
be a good friend now. What did Drake say? Where were you?
You weren't with me shooting in the gym. That wasn't Drake though.
Who's that?
Who was you weren't with me shooting in the gym?
No, it's not something Future would say. I'm probably wrong, but it sounds like something Future would say.
It could be. Drake is... I don't know. I saw Drake hooked up with some new girl, and they said we better look out because now we're going to get Memphis Drake. So, I don't know, man. Drake's been so many people. He could potentially have said everything in the world. I don't know.
Who knows?
But this week, we're keeping it cute. We decided to do a little friendship quiz just to, see how well we know each other, see who knows one another best. Mickey's so competitive. He wants to keep score.
We will be keeping score. I'm going to pull up the scoreboard now.
So we're going to be going and diving into some topics. And we've got a little special tidbit surprise at the end of this quiz for you all. So, I don't know, Mickey, do you want to get started or?
I can go ahead and get it started.
All right.
Okay. We'll start off super simple. What is my birthday? And, wait, I'm sorry. Did we explain what we're doing? We already did, right?
We did.
Okay.
We said we were playing a game.
So, just to give you the rules of the game, we're both going to ask 10 questions. I am keeping score. In these, we're going to be answering questions about each other. So, again, it's a quiz about each other. We'll go back and forth on questions, and then we have a little special treat at the end. Yeah. So, again, question 1. When is your birthday?
When is your birthday?
When is my birthday? Yeah, whatever.
May 1st.
Boop. Do you... Okay. Hold on. September 14th.
Oh, look at you remember.
I almost said November, but I was like, that's not November. I'm swapping you with someone.
It's not me, baby.
Okay. Let's I'm willing to... You want to do a 0.5 for the year?
I mean, I know what year you're born. You're always talking about how young you are.
What year was I born then? A 0.5 for the year.
19... You were the one who said the year?
Go ahead. What year was I born?
I don't want you to say my year. So... These niggas don't need to know the year I was born. Don't go looking me up, bitch.
You got a point. Take it back. Take it back.
Yeah, I'll get my LinkedIn and then have my identity stolen.
Well, we're giving everyone access to our passwords right now.
Okay, no. But it's 1990 something. Anywho.
He's smacking the fuck
It's
out of
just
that
so
speaker,
low.
girl.
I gotta get used to it being right there. My bad. I'm used to being able to maneuver my hands around. All right. That was simple. Gosh. How many brothers and sisters do I have?
Oh my god. That's unfair. Okay, hold on. To my knowledge, you don't have any half siblings, so I don't have to think about that. See, here's the thing. Kristen comes from a large family, so give me a few moments, okay? I have to count.
It really is halfway a trick question, though, if you think about it.
Okay. I have a question. Mm-hmm. Can I just say the number in total? Because I don't think I could divide between the two genders.
You can say the number.
I want to say, including yourself, you have 7 siblings. So you plus 6 others.
And I have no brothers.
That's why I was like, I was like, okay, does she have a brother? I don't think she does, but maybe she does. Wait, am I right though?
Yes.
Hey!
You are correct. And to my knowledge, you have 1 sister and 1 brother.
Correct.
Yes.
Which one of them is half?
Your brother, your sister. I know way too much about you, girl. Not personally, but
She listens to this podcast.
little brother.
She's gonna ask me about it.
It's little brother things,
I be dragging you out, girl.
He really drags all of us though. If you listen, he drags me too. He drags everybody.
That's true. I really be out here giving people the tea.
And then he'll turn around and be like, "Oh my gosh, she's such a good mother. I can't believe she did this and this for my nephews." Like
she be having her moments where I'm like, okay, well, maybe you're not complete, girl. Never mind. Love you, sis. Okay. This is one that I actually feel pretty confident in. But I feel like you also probably would know. Maybe. What's my daily routine? And we're just going to do like the Monday to Friday. Like the typical Monday to Friday.
Wake up, cry. Brush your teeth, cry. Clock into work, cry. hug Loki. Actually, that's probably first. Wake up, hug Loki, then cry.
You can have the point, Kristen. Fuck it. Fuck it. It's yours. You can take it. Because you're not wrong. You're not wrong. You're not. Oh my God. That was. Okay. Point.
But I know Monday through Friday you do wake up, you work out, go to your job, eat lunch at some point, which you probably order out.
You're not wrong.
Yeah, hang out with your cat, DJ at some point.
Yeah. You were not wrong. 100%. You got the point on both ends. Monday through Friday, Kristen's a pretty, standard. I mean, she'd be out here sometimes, but the standard Monday through Friday, wake up, go for your run, come back, shower, breakfast. I think you might not be a big breakfast person, but I want someone. No, you are a breakfast person. Clock into work. You're in a plethora of meetings throughout the day, so I think you just kind of take lunch when you get the opportunity to. After work, you'll try to go to the gym. Usually, I believe. I think that might be more of a new thing. Dinner. And then after that, I want to say you probably either watch TV or work on a project, maybe read a little bit.
It could be either three of those things. I've been watching a little bit more TV now than before. But yeah, normally read, work on a project. My morning is a little different now too. Just as of recently, just because of certain circumstances, but that's for the most part.
The big difference between us two is also you tend to cook more often.
I cook majority of my meals.
Multiple days. You cook also I eat out a lot, but if I am gonna, but you be cooking every night. You be in here making a different meal nightly.
I cook if I would say if you're counting a traditional diet as breakfast, lunch, and dinner, I probably cook 85 to 90% of my meals. That's including breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So, and I am a breakfast person. Now, breakfast may sometimes be some eggs, and it may be sometimes some smoothies. So, who knows? But I definitely am an eater. All them diets where it's skip a meal, blah blah blah. That's not me. It's not me. So let's see. I'm thinking, do I even know the answer to these questions? What's my favorite item of clothing? What do you always see me in?
A cape.
Yeah, absolutely. You surely do. Anytime I'm in a cape or a jean jacket.
And also, maybe I guess it's to specify, I call it a cape, but it's not really a cape. It's more like a flowy coat kind of thing.
It's like a flowy cardigan.
A flowy cardigan is a good way to put it. Yeah, but it's just I love it because you have different flavors. It's like Miss Frizzle's earrings. Where depending on the situation, you have a different cloak and it's always flowing. I love it. So I very much enjoy it. I feel like mine's is also really easy.
Honestly though, it varies. You obviously are always in t-shirts. But I don't know if that's your favorite article of clothing. Maybe a sweatpant or...
Do I have a favorite art?
I know you like to wear socks.
That would probably... Yeah, I would say socks would be the answer. If there's anything on my body that's pretty much permanent outside of... Yeah, it's usually socks. If I'm out of my bed, I'm wearing socks. Even if I'm home... I'm living at home now. I didn't wear socks for the longest time because I didn't have carpet and my feet get cold. Oh. But now even when I'm at home, I wear socks. But it's also because my feet just naturally are cold, so I always have socks on, I guess. Fair. Cool. So I'll give us a point for that. Boop. All right. Let's see here. Let me go ahead and turn up the heat a little bit.
Oh, wow.
You know what I'm saying? Hold on. Where'd it go? What? Actually, I don't know if that would actually count for you because I don't think you have one. Okay, this one. Here we go. What's my favorite type of cuisine?
Okay, that's a trick question because your cuisine would be technically, I guess, American, but the food. I mean, there's a lot of cuisine. There's a lot of food in American cuisine, but it's chicken tenders.
You're actually wrong. my favorite cuisine above anything else. I do love chicken
Is
tenders.
it-
I
if
love
it's
chicken tenders.
Asian?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you don't eat Asian as much as you eat chicken tenders.
Just because chicken tenders are a lot cheaper, but I eat Asian food a lot. Like, I had Japanese food 3 times this week.
I think I should get a half point for that.
I'll give you a half point because you're right. You did specify chicken tender, which is true. Chicken tenders for life. You know, my goal in life is to try the world's best chicken tenders and the world's best strawberry donuts. So I should have had the world's best fried rice to that too. Actually,
Not
let me
mad
add
at
that to
that.
the list.
I have one.
Shout out to Voodoo Donuts in
Oh yeah,
Denver.
There are multiple places.
and
They're in like
Pacific
Cali.
Northwest. Anywhere but here. Anywhere but here.
Oh,
Voodoo Donuts.
my
If you want to
God.
come to Atlanta, we'll do an episode about
We
you.
will
or
shout
something.
you out. I mean, you can send us some donuts. We'll review them for you. We'll give them
Okay.
friendship ratings.
Quite delicious.
Is this something I would share with my friend? Absolutely. It's so delicious.
Definitely recommend. If you haven't had a Voodoo Donut, look it up. It's really tasty.
Yeah.
Favorite cuisine for Kristen. I kind of fucked myself up on this one because I actually don't know. Seafood doesn't count because seafood can go into a lot of different cuisines, but it also doesn't count in my head because aren't you like a pescatarian, something like that? Like, don't you
That's what they
only
eat,
basically eat seafood? So I'm not gonna. I don't.
But I mean, I
don't count that.
Yeah.
Caribbean food seems like too on the nose, but
Even though it's delicious, it's not my favorite cuisine by far.
Right.
No. It's especially now that I don't eat a majority of things that are on the menu.
Ooh, I really messed myself up on this one. Okay, I'm just gonna shoot in the dark. And I know it's not Mexican. I haven't seen you eat a lot of Mexican either.
I mean,
Oh my god, this is difficult. Vegan also doesn't even sound right because it's not necessarily like a cuisine. Okay. I'm just gonna say Asian. I don't know. I don't know the answer. I don't get a point for this. What's the answer?
so I'm gonna say this, and there may be some controversy. I don't know. Y'all could say it. It's not Asian, but for a lot of people who go in Asian family, it's Vietnamese. So I love like noodles, like specific type of noodles, like mei fun. I love like pho. If you look in the kitchen right now, I have like pre packs of udon. So not far off. It would either be that or honestly, Mexican is like right under that. I eat tacos.
I was gonna say Mexican, but I was like, how? I don't really see you eat Mexican that often. But like, I don't know. I don't live with you, so
I eat tacos, nachos, burritos, tamales, rice, beans. Yeah, it can. I mean, I guess it varies by seasons of my life, but I will say for if I look back on what I eat a lot of, it'll fall in the Vietnamese category for sure.
damn. All right, well, on to you then, friend.
Oh, let's see. What's my favorite genre of music?
I had a feeling you were gonna ask this question.
I mean, it's easy for me, obviously, unless you're going to try to switch it up for the
I mean,
podcast.
No, if I switched it up, excuse me. If I switched it up, everyone would be like, "That's bullshit." So I can't switch it up. For you, I don't know if that. I think that constitutes as R&B, technically speaking, but it's like it's
That's
like.
racist.
But it's not. It's like more up tempo R&B, not so much like. I don't see you listen to like a lot of slow ballads, but like you like the more, slightly more like kind of like what you would hear in like a jazz club kind of play. Not maybe not jazz specifically, but you know, like if you go to like
where you're going.
I don't know is that considered R&B? You know, if you go to like one of those like low lit places and they're playing like that upbeat like R&B. I guess upbeat R&B is like the best way I can explain it.
I know what you're talking about. I don't think it would be considered upbeat R&B. I would say my favorite genre of music, and I just have to base it off of where I am right now in life because it does change. I'm just be honest. My favorite genre of movies as of maybe like all 20, I mean not movies, I'm sorry. Music as of all 2023 would probably be like funk house, like like that 80s contemporary redone, little bit of deep wavy in there kind of thing. So that would be right now. I definitely chose that because I know that because my musical taste is like all over the place, and yours is too. But I mean, you claim that you've already said techno out of your mouth is your favorite genre. Techno's life.
Actually, it's wrong. I like hard techno. Honestly, that's
you
like,
can.
This isn't even fucking techno. No, I'm kidding.
This isn't techno.
You got the point. Damn. Okay, so just a little score update. Kristen's at 6.5, and I am at 4.
How many questions have we asked? Wait a minute. What?
We're at round 6 now.
Okay, are we still?
We're on round 7 now.
What section are we supposed to be?
You just pick whatever section you want.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Okay, I forgot.
Mine and someone I'm moving in together because I have a cat that'll kill you.
Oh, okay.
Right, exactly, yeah. Okay, next question. Am I more of a... Ooh, hold on. Ooh. Am I an early bird or a night owl?
Here's the thing. And I say this as your friend. And because it could vary. But I'm just going to try to use logic on it with this one.
Okay. You know, like a logical answer.
I don't necessarily think that you intentionally go to bed early. Like it's like you do sometimes like, oh, I got an early day tomorrow, let me go to bed. But it's more like I'm tired from the day. It's so exhausting, I go to bed. So therefore your body just wakes you up in the morning. And for someone who I know who goes to the gym in the morning, and plus you have a cat, and I know that cat is not letting you sleep in. So I'm going to say just based off of that, you will stay up late. You don't mind staying up late, but you don't push your body to stay up late. You know how some people be like, no, I just want to be up in the night. I just want to be up in the night. I know you're like, I'm laying my body down.
Just going to sleep. 100% correct. I am definitely more of a early bird, not... And you said it exactly right. Like, I don't mind staying up late. Like, I can go to a show. Mm-hmm. I can sometimes hang around friends and be like, oh, it's 1 a.m. We're good. But there'd be a point where my body be like, it's time to go to sleep.
Girl, you like, get in that fucking bed.
I got to lay
Loki peeking around the corner times. Like, what the hell are you doing?
Loki be ready for bed. He knows bedtime. And I'll be like, oh, okay, well, it's time to go. 100% correct. Okay. So here's the thing about you. I'm gonna say you're an early bird. That changed recently. I think you're more. I think you've become more night owl-esque recently than you have been before. But traditional Kristen, the Kristen who be on her P's, not that you're not on your P's and Q's now, but the Kristen like that I've known the longest, like I said, the more night owl stuff's more recent. More of an early bird. You used to be up on these runs. I think you actually probably are still early bird, honestly, because you be out here on these runs and stuff. But you're also the same person who will call you at 12:30 at night and be like, "What you doing? I'm gonna come over and watch Netflix with you."
I will.
And I'm like, it's 12. It's tomorrow, girl. I'm going to bed. Like, what do you mean you're coming over? Like, the party is over. The party is done. We're going to bed.
It'll be like on a non-work day. I'm also like,
I'll just catch you tomorrow.
I'll be like, because if I tell somebody like, oh, I'm out or I'm doing something, I'm gonna call you back. I'd be like, let me just call them back and be like, hey, It's almost like an out, because it's like, I did call you back and say, hey, do you want to hang out? It's just, you're right. I am, it, honestly, it doesn't matter. Like, if I do go to bed late, I'll still wake up. Now, I may go back to sleep at some point if I don't get my body fully out of bed. But normally, I will wake up. Yeah. But I've gotten my body... It's not circadian rhythm. It's just a situation where I've gotten my body so acclimated to, if I get the amount of sleep that it needs, which is normally between 6 and 8 hours every night, if it doesn't matter what time I go to sleep, I'm going to wake up about that 6-hour mark.
Fair.
So, which is normally not, I mean, I'm not going to sleep at like 4 a.m. So, which would still be 10 a.m., but still.
No. All right, your turn.
Would I rather go to the movies or go to a music show?
That's difficult too, because you really do like a good movie. I'm gonna say a music show though. You go to a lot of concerts.
I do. Or I guess I should say watch a movie, because I'm good for a good movie. I do consider myself a cinephile, not can be.
Like I said, you do love a good movie. Now, if you're talking about going to a concert versus like a movie, like going to a concert versus like going to like a movie theater, I would say a concert. If you're talking about just watching a movie versus going to like a concert or something like that, I would say definitely just probably watching a movie. You watch movies all the time. Now, if it's like listening to music versus watching a movie, I'm also going to say watching a movie. I feel like you watch more movies than you listen to music.
I think that's the actual question, because it's like which do I prefer, movies or music?
Okay, then
and you're right. Like I would definitely prefer, I guess depending on the setting, but more oftentimes than not, if I'm in a group setting, we're going to watch a movie. Versus me just sitting by myself and listening to music.
I feel like most times I see you listening to music is when you're cleaning or when you're working. So, like, it's in the background most times. Or,
yeah,
I mean, I'm sure
true.
you do it other times when I'm not around you, but, for the most part, I feel like you're more like watching a movie.
Yeah, I listen to I listen to it on my runs. Sometimes I listen to it on my runs, not all the time, but yeah, I don't necessarily, unless I'm doing something and I just want a little bit of background sound, it's music. But otherwise, yeah, I'm just sitting in silence. So, yep, that's right.
Excellent.
I'm gonna say, if you're just in your everyday life doing stuff, music.
Yeah, 100%.
You're not really, especially if the movie's long, you're not interested a lot of times.
Okay, so here's the thing about me and watching, like, media watching. And
even though we watched that Rob Snyder.
That 4-hour long movie, I watched it twice, and I watched Zack Snyder's Justice League twice in like a span of like 12 hours. I watched it with 2 different people. Yeah. Anyway, I still Wonder Woman and her. But I do listen to music more so than anything else.
Yeah,
when it comes to like watching series specifically, I have access to like most of the streaming services, and there's only like I watch very specific things, and then I just don't use it for the rest of the year. Like HBO, I use for Righteous Gemstones.
When was the last time you used Netflix? Because I feel like you haven't done it since Working Moms.
I watched an anime on Netflix recently, but before that, it was Working Moms.
Oh, was it Record of Ragnarok?
Yes, it was.
It's fine.
What was it on Hulu? I watched Abbott. So, like, outside of those, like, very specific shows that come on, like, once every 3 or 4 years or 2 or 3 years, I'm not really much of a TV watcher. I am good for YouTube. I am good for watching YouTube.
You do YouTube.
I mainly watch YouTube when I'm in the shower, funny enough, because it's something, like, in the background just for me to, like, watch. Yeah. And then TikTok is what I just use to, like, fill the time sometimes.
Yeah, I'll say that more so often than not, you're probably either playing YouTube or music in the background for most of the parts.
Yeah, most of the time. I will say I have gotten, and I'll give us both the point for this. I will say something else I've recently gotten to a lot recently is more podcasts. I mean, mind you, yes, we're on a podcast, and I'm not gonna say I'm a podcast person. Like I love listening to certain.
Yeah.
I love certain podcasts and I'll listen to them, but like it's not something I listen to daily. It's like I'll leave it alone for like 4 or 5 weeks. I'll come back, do like a batch of 2 or 3, then I'll go away.
Go back.
But
I
I have
think
been
that's good,
binge
though.
watching or binge listening to Sisters Who Kill.
Sisters Who Kill.
I love them.
We love you.
I think we shout- did we-
Tazzy and Mirage.
Did we shout them out before?
No, I don't think we did. But shout out to y'all. Like I think
I love
would
them.
like to say that put me under the. I'm just saying. I like the true crime and I like my sisters. So
I would say that's probably one of the podcasts I've like binged.
It's
like,
funny, right?
All the
They are
most of the
so
episodes.
They are so funny.
I love them.
Yeah, I'm glad you're listening to more podcasts. I have been a podcast person for a very long time now. I've been listening to podcasts before podcasts were making Apple Music charts. You know what I mean?
Before everybody had a podcast.
Before everybody had a podcast. So that's another reason why music just rotates, because sometimes I'll be listening to like podcasts, and honestly, like you honestly want to know, I'll be listening to like inspirational messages sometimes I'll be like listening to pastors, and you just have to encourage yourself, and I'm just like, I just need to sit here and listen to this. So
I've listened to like affirmations on
like
YouTube before.
I gotta like, so throughout the day I will do whatever I can to fill my mind with as many positive thoughts as I can, so that as the day goes on, if negativity is coming my way, I can fight it off. So, yeah. The one thing, oddly enough, I do not like to listen to in my headphones is the Bible. I just like to read it, but I try. And I heard some people say like they listen to it, but I don't like that. I just read it. But, yeah, that is right. I think it's on you.
Sweet. So my next question, I actually don't expect either of us to get correct. Well, you might get it correct.
I don't
I'm
know.
not
You about to ask something crazy.
No.
It's
It's super easy. What is my favorite movie?
Your favorite movies? Some kind of Batman? Some kind of Superman?
Okay, you know what? You can stop right there. I'll give you the point. Because you said the person first. You're right. It is a Batman movie. It's The Dark Knight. I love The Dark Knight.
Not the Dark Knight.
A lot of people don't think The Dark Knight's not a good Batman movie or whatever. I'm like, shut the fuck up. I don't care what you think. Once again, I love Christopher Nolan too. I love the movie. Again, I'll give you the point for that because there's a trillion Batman movies, and there's a good chance you probably wouldn't pick the specific one. I do like Robert Pattinson's Batman. I thoroughly enjoyed it. But I will say I just want to see what they're gonna do with it later. Still thought it was a good movie, but again, The Dark Knight just has a special place in my heart. So you're right. The color purple.
That's racist and sexist. Cause
I was really confident though.
That's not my favorite film at all.
Can't be.
I will watch Strife and I'll watch complex storylines and like people go through things, and the color purple, no disrespect to you, and You're All Right is a classic. I do love that film. I could quote it to you today if you were asking in any scene, but it's by no means my favorite movie. What's your favorite
movie?
I would probably say my favorite movie is either, this is gonna sound crazy, and it's not for cinematic, again, it's like a seasonal thing, right? My favorite movie is probably either Juice or The 5 Heartbeats. And The 5 Heartbeats would probably only be my favorite movie because it's my family's holiday movie. We literally watch The 5 Heartbeats every single Christmas. Me and my siblings, even my mom, we will quote it out. 5-part harmony. 5-part harmony. Everybody know it. It's like an inside joke. You just feel so warm inside.
I want you to know I have to Google what that was.
Juice. This nigga scared. Juice was a movie that I watched way too early in life. My siblings, terrible. I'm the youngest. Shouldn't have let me watch it. I don't know why they weren't watching me. Don't know why they let me see it. But I just distinctly remember watching that movie, seeing Omar Epps, seeing Tupac, just seeing all these people who I started to see later on in cinema become such powerhouses that it was just like, man, it's films like that like, I have a lot of Wes Anderson films too that I watched when I was younger, like Midnight Train to Paris, and I just remember seeing those when I was younger, and that's what made me fall in love with cinema. So, yeah.
We'll have to watch that sometimes. And what was the other one you said?
Color Purple, Midnight to Paris.
So The Color Purple is one of them.
Oh, no, I'm sorry, not The Color Purple. I was saying The Color Purple is a magnificent movie for sure. It's another movie. I mean, it's probably like in my top 30, maybe 40 movies for sure. It's not. But you also, I've seen so many films. Like,
you know
I've been watching.
I think we talked about the remake they're making.
We
I think
did.
That's like why it was like at the top of my head. But honestly, I was still very confident in my answer. I thought it was.
It's not. I mean, it's not a bad answer when you think about the kind of film. When you think about the kind of films that I like, and like, you know, we have our mutual friend who I'm like, we're gonna have Black Cinema Night slowly and steadily. I've been making, and now I know I gotta add you to the list. So now
I'm good for a Black.
And now we have to have our Black.
As long as it's ridiculous.
Cinema. Some of them aren't, though. I mean, some of them are. A lot of those films, like,
I need to see more
it's
of.
Funny.
What's that girl name? Girl,
Taraji?
fuck them kids.
Oh,
fuck you too. But yes, Taraji as well, girl. How did she get on the boat?
But she has so many films before that, right? And so it's just like, I'm all for that. I love now that more people are watching these films, but it's just interesting because if you think about when they first came out, they flopped. A lot of these older films, like The Color Purple didn't necessarily flop, but like Menace to Society, Jews, all those films in that category. Even John Singleton, who is revered as one of the greatest producers of all time now, did not do a blockbuster hit when he was first making those movies about Black people back in the 90s and in the late 80s or whatever. So I just watch film, and that's another reason I'm a cinephile, because I just watch film and I intake it, and it's just a part of me being a writer, and I really digest when I'm looking at it. So for me right now, yeah, it'll be Juice, and then Five Heartbeats is always a favorite. Robert Townsend, a genius, has so many films that are so freaking funny. And that could change, honestly. Tomorrow, it may be a film called Closer with Julia Roberts and what's that man's name?
Oh, you're naming a real movie.
Yeah, Closer. It's a real movie. It's a real movie. It's a real movie. It's not a spoiler alert, but it's a real movie about, if y'all want to really see an entanglement situation, watch Closer. It's an entanglement of 3 to 4 different couples. Oh. Yeah.
Sounds like a Tyler Perry original.
It's an all white cast though.
All right, on to you.
See. Have I ever had my phone stolen?
Yes. I think you had it stolen on like the bus before, right?
The bus?
No, like some form of public transit, like train. Am I making that up?
No, I've never had it stolen on a train.
But you had your phone stolen. Was it an Uber?
I left my phone in the Uber before, but I got it back.
I guess it doesn't count as stealing. Yeah, I'm gonna say yes. You've had your phone stolen.
Most people have had their phone stolen. I have at a bar. Somebody stole my whole purse.
Not the whole purse?
Yep. I had a clutch.
Sorry.
For real.
All I thought about was King of the Hill, where he was like, let go of my purse!
Please.
I don't know you! I used to hate that show, but that one particular scene tickles me.
It's, that's not necessarily, that probably would have happened if I felt the person, but I was carrying a clutch, and I turned onto the bar, and I sat the clutch down, and my hand was on top of the clutch while I was talking to somebody, and at some point, I must have moved my hand away. It was probably like the span of 1 minute, honestly, and I turned back around and put my hand down, and my clutch was gone.
Damn.
Phone, ID, wallet, everything was gone, keys, everything. The clutch itself did turn back up with my keys, but my wallet and my phone was gone.
Damn.
So I don't know. I'm gonna say no, just because I feel like you a real nigga. And you don't really be putting your phone down.
Nope. I've never had my phone stolen. Knock on wood. I'm not even, you know what? I don't have any wood nearby, so I'm not even worried about it. No, I've never had my phone stolen. There was one situation where it could have happened. I was at Walmart or Target. It was a while ago. I remember I had the iPhone 10. I do remember that. I was at Walmart, I think getting clothes for like work or something, and I like left it on like one of the little clothes. I left it somewhere.
Oh, I get it, yeah.
Left Walmart, drove halfway down the road, realized, boop, boop, phone's not in my pocket. Spun back to Walmart, and
Spin the block.
It was still there. So either someone saw it and left it alone, or no one noticed it. So it was a situation where it could have happened, but outside of that, no one.
Yeah.
I chronically, not only am I a half Gen Z, half millennial, so my phone is a part of my hand. I also chronically do like a pat pretty often. Where like if I'm about to like leave somewhere, I'll do like phones, wallet, keys. If I'm at a festival, I'll do like, you know, I'll be dancing and then occasionally my mind will be like, check your stuff. I'll be like, oop, phone, wallet, keys. So like I consistently check to make sure as things are on my pocket, but also I'm 6'6". No one's really about to come pickpocket me. I mean, maybe not here. I feel like I heard like pickpocketers are really bad in like Europe and stuff. So like maybe if I go there, but like here, no one's trying to run up.
They're like still at 6 at your height. They probably
like I have easier prey. Okay.
Yeah, they probably wouldn't try to target you. And then I'm gonna just say, I used to work for a company. I won't say the name of the company, but it was a particular company that has a very great track record of selling phones, and the majority of people who come in with lost phones are women, not men. And then if they come in with men, the men are like, I don't understand how she lost her phone. So,
all right, my turn.
Yep.
What is my favorite fruit?
Your favorite fruit? This gonna sound. This is not shade. I've just only seen you really eat bananas. Or like have bananas and strawberries in your house.
You're right, it's bananas. I don't think it's shade. Actually.
But I know you do eat more fruit. I know you do eat more fruit than that. I've just only seen that like in your house. So I don't know, like.
You are actually technically wrong. Pears are actually my favorite.
Yeah, I've never seen a pear in your house.
Because I eat the cans. She would know that.
That's crazy.
Mutual friend knows that.
Yeah, never seen you eat a can. I've only seen.
But you know what? You are right. Bananas are mostly what you see around, and I do tend to eat bananas quite frequently because I be getting the potassium lows. I be twitching and shit.
It's potassium, but you also you're not a gym bro, but you're a Jimmy. So you like to put the bananas in your smoothie and your protein shakes.
I'll give you the point for it. Ooh. Okay, I keep hemming myself up with these questions because now I'm thinking about all the different fruits you eat. Because I'm like, well, she does like strawberries, but I know she loves grapes. But I also feel like I've seen you eat mangoes. Seeing how you just gave me a bowl of frozen mangoes, I'm going to say mangoes.
That's a very good guess because I do eat mangoes a lot, but it's watermelon.
Watermelon?
Watermelon is my favorite fruit, and I slap the black card on the table right now. You can call me whatever you want to, hillbilly, junk, jank, junk. But watermelon.
Oh my gosh, I didn't know that.
Watermelon. Now, granted, if I'm in other countries, like if I'm home in the Caribbean or something, it's a different fruit. But watermelon it's so good.
Dang.
It's like you could put a little lemon on it, get a little zest. You can put a little salt on it if you want some sweet and sour. I just paid almost $10 for a whole watermelon. That's the most I've ever paid for a fruit ever.
Wow. Okay then, well shut me the fuck up.
I think again our mutual friend probably knew that.
All right, well, damn. Can I phone a friend?
No. I want to phone a friend.
Hey, your turn.
Okay. That was a really bad joke about one of these questions, but that was gonna be towards me. But I'll start asking some what would I do questions.
Ooh, okay. We'll change up.
What would I do if Do I know the answer to these questions?
This is great soul searching work.
It really is because, okay, this is a very easy one. What would I do if the electricity went out in my house?
Go to a place with electricity.
Absolutely.
Okay, you would call me or our
Absolutely. I'm not sitting in a freaking dark house. I got, and this is coming from somebody who got candles everywhere, but I'm going to call somebody. Hello?
I'm on my way. You're
hello,
like,
Christ?
I'm just sitting here.
Get me out of this house.
I'll never forget. And I mean, rightfully so. I understand why they did what they did, but I think it was it wasn't last winter. It was the winter before that. We were at my place and the power went out because it was cold as shit. It was so cold the power ended up going out. And you and mutual friend were like, "Well,
laptop closed.
Gotta go." I was like, "So y'all gonna leave me in here?" And in the house, in the dark, in the cold.
And I will admit,
like I said, I get why they did it. It was freezing, man. I think it was like 10 degrees. It was freezing.
You deserve it. I will admit, that's one of my moments where I had. See, we all have to admit when we do moments of prejudice and discrimination, because I was like, this big ass nigga gonna be okay. He tall, he got blankets, ain't nobody gonna break. He got a dog, ain't nobody gonna break his house. He'll be fine.
They were out the door, and I was like, all right, well, guess I'm getting cozy under the blankets. I thought we were about to have a whole cuddle bottle or something. I was like, oh, okay, we could all get some blankets, rough it together.
Oh my god.
Oh
we
my
waited
god.
like 7 minutes and it was like,
out of here.
Well,
good luck to you.
I can see my breath.
Good luck to you.
Honestly, that goes into what I think my answer would be. You probably just go to sleep.
Yeah. Well, it depends. But I will say 99% of the time I'll go to sleep. If it is summer, I'm not staying there.
I hate and it's being hot. That's fair.
I actually had that experience in my last ghetto. Mind you, they were charging $16.50 for this ghetto. My last ghetto it was, again, not last summer, but summer before that. My AC could not get its shit together. I was going back and forth with the leasing office for like 2.5 months. Like, they would come fix it. Disgusting. It would work for like at most 72 hours or something and go right back off. It was ghetto. I was cussing them out. Cussing.
I can believe it.
It was awful. The only reason I stayed there is because I also had a dog at the time. And I didn't want him to get overheated. So I did what I did to make sure he was cool. Yeah. And so I can monitor how he was doing. But girl, no. If the power goes out and it's hot, I'm not going to stay there.
I would imagine you would leave.
Any other situation, I'll just find a bunch of blankets. So yeah, I'm normally, you're right. I normally will just stay there and go to sleep.
That's really
because I can't be cold in my sleep. Okay.
You can't.
I won't know. I'll be asleep. Okay. I may know when I wake up. Okay. Oh, it's my turn. It's my turn.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's my turn.
Here we go.
Oh. You keep thinking I'm gonna pick these awful questions, and I keep picking.
I'm asking. No, you're the one asking hard questions. I'm asking questions you know the answer to.
I'm literally losing.
I'm actually not playing this game right. I need to tighten up.
You're winning. You're literally winning by like 1, 2, 3. You're winning by like 3.5 points.
Stop picking questions that you want me to guess, and pick questions that you. I just gave her my whole strategy. I'm so terrible.
Thank you, okay? Thank you for the answer.
Don't let that fool you. Your girl was a national athlete, okay?
Okay, she was a Keela and the B out here.
I'm not a national spelling bee athlete, ho. I used to play the tennis.
You never ran
I did win the spelling bee.
Exactly. I should get a point for that. Anyway. I don't expect either of us to get this. Who is my celebrity crush?
Oh,
there's a good chance.
I was about to say Jason Momoa, but I don't think it's Jason Momoa. You don't
Jason
like.
Momoa.
That's why I rewound it. That's why I rewound it, and I said no. But we literally just saw him in a film, and you was like, "Daddy, was it the film with the one with the 4D?
The what?
X? With the 4DX? No.
No.
I don't know this white man's name. I will tell you he's white. Because I do know. I see his face in my mind. I'm trying to remember what movie he's in. But I can I use technology? Is that option?
You can look up if you want to try to find his face. I'll give you that.
Let me see. Okay, I don't think it's this man, but he showed up on the list, and I feel like he's one of them. Chris Hemsworth.
He's not the one I was thinking of. Number one. He's the
not the one I was thinking about. He's in
I'll give you
the Marvel Universe.
I'll give you a 0.5 because you are right, but it's the wrong Chris.
Okay.
Chris Evans.
America's
ass. My husband.
All right. Okay. Okay. All right. Yeah.
Again, I hit myself up on this one because you don't really talk about people like this.
I
Like it's
really
not something
don't
you actively like mention, but I know he's probably black.
Absolutely.
Because of course.
I like the rainbow. I just
hold on. I'm more than likely mixing this up with the two of you here.
There is a non-black man that
I'm never gonna guess that, but I do know. Hold on. Like I said, I think I'm messing this up, but I feel like he's on the list somewhere. Where's old boy's name? I have to look him up real quick because I know what movie he's in. I got a 7.3. I don't believe that. That's racist. Anyway, outside of that very racist review, Winston Duke.
That's our mutual friend. Winston Duke really just...
I mean, he does it for me too, though. I'm not going to lie. He's up there.
Moist.
Sopping, some might say.
Winston Duke is very attractive. I also saw him in another film where he did not have that beard, and it was not appealing. So for my taking, I would probably say, as a celebrity crush. Let me look at that man I told you that was not white. Because I can't give you my black one because I feel like that I'm going to get more judged. Just know it's multiple black people. So just know that this is just a filler because I don't want to tell you all my black people. Let's see. He was Henry Golden from Crazy Rich Asians. That man is he's funny.
He is pretty funny.
I like a funny man.
Same.
So,
if he make me laugh, that's a good way to...
He would be a non-black celebrity crush, but there are so many. Like, Morris Chestnut still fine to this day. And I know he's a regular, but there are also non-regulars on my list. Like the man from that old show. The one where it turned out that he was actually abusive. Not the actor, but the man who wrote the show was abusive. I don't remember that name. But he was attractive. I will say, when I think about crush, I think about like fantasization a little bit. And I try not to let my mind do that. Because you just never know where it's going to go.
I don't fantasize about it. It's not something that I don't have a vivid imagination. Okay. Okay, all right. That was mine. Okay, your turn.
Yes, let me see.
Again, you are now 4.5 points ahead of me.
Where?
Actually, no. You're now a full 4 points ahead of me. I take it back.
Now I need to just look up all the handsome black men in Hollywood, I feel like. Let me just look this up real quick. Let me just see. I feel like you can hear me typing in this. I'm looking at this list. Lenny Kravitz, actually. Lenny Kravitz, and y'all can say what y'all want, but to this day, could still, do his thing.
Now, if we're talking about like a non-sexual celebrity crush, like one I just like enamored with and I can't get enough of, there's 3 people, all powerful females. Amelie Lynn, Charlotte DeWitt, and Beyonce. I can't get enough of these ladies. My Spotify Wrapped is going to be Overdrive by Charlotte DeWitt. Probably any Amelie Lynn song. And Thique by Beyonce. Justice for Thique.
That's really funny. I could go on. Yes. I can see that. And Beyonce's probably at the top of the pyramid, I'm sure.
Of course.
No, I'm leaving Charlotte right here. Just.
But yes, Beyonce is at the top. She is.
Cut that out. This is actually easy. Do I like dogs or cats more? There's a very logical reason.
There's a logical reason that you like dogs more because you're allergic to cats. But I will say, I'm going to say dogs. Dogs are the obvious answer.
I do.
But I will say Kristen loves whatever animal I have.
I do.
It doesn't matter what I have. Even if it's going to kill her, she's like, I love this animal.
And thank the Lord, the prayers of the righteous avail much. Because when you told me you was getting that cat, my mind was like, I will never be able to go to his house again unless this cat doesn't aggravate my allergies. And Loki has not killed me yet. I may sniff a little bit.
He'd be getting you there if you sit there for too long. It's like a timer.
My eyes may, but there are some cats I can't even be in 5 minutes. My throat is locking up. So I just naturally like dogs more because I was around more dogs growing up. I had pet dogs, and being allergic to cats just like. But I don't hate cats, honestly. I could probably get a cat in the future. Maybe a
hypergenic, like allergy shots.
Yeah, hypoallergenic one.
But still dogs. Because you even have a little, like, you had like a little dog niece for a bit. Shout out to Zoe. It was a Z. Okay.
I don't even want to tell you niggas that because you're going to steal my name. I think this is also a trick question for me because I don't think you like one or the other over the other. I think right now one pet is working better for you. Like low-key is working out better for you than your past pet. But you also loved another dog very greatly.
That's true.
I would say cats. But
yeah, you're right. It is because of my lifestyle. And also, like, I am very close to a lot of dogs still, and I'd be loving on them.
Yeah.
I just love animals. Aside, spiders don't count. I don't like, any bug I do not like.
No bug or insect.
No bug, no insects. I don't mind reptiles. I don't mind birds. I do mind some fish.
I mind snakes.
I don't mind them. They don't really scare me. My mom is
I'm
terrified of my mom does not do reptiles.
Them not be around
including snakes. I've actually held a snake before. It doesn't really scare me very much.
I'm just not.
That's fair. That's not for everybody. That's not for everybody. Okay. Next question. What would I do if the world was ending tomorrow?
Okay. So there are stipulations to that, right? There are actually pillars to this question because if the world were ending tomorrow because of a zombie apocalypse, that would be different than the world ending because of a nuke, quote unquote, nuke bomb for you. So I feel like
you're on the right track. You're not wrong.
I mean, you've told me what needs to be done if we ever are in a zombie apocalypse with you, and what you will and will not be doing.
Tell the people.
He will be surviving. He will not be surviving on Earth because he will be dead.
Will be ending it.
He will be ending it before a zombie can come.
To be very specific, if it comes to zombies, and I'll let you say the nuke one, because there are two different answers. Oh, we've talked about this. If it came to the zombie one, I'm only staying alive enough to kill maybe one or two zombies. Just to say I did it. Just for the thrill. And then I'm turning the gun, and I'm blasting my head off. I'm not doing this. Even if the zombie apocalypse were to, like, go away, and, like, everything is healed, I already have enough emotional trauma without zombies. There would be no hope for me when we're done, so there's no point me being around. And I don't want a zombie to get me, so like I said, I'm going to get like maybe 2 or 3 in. Maybe one with a gun, maybe one with a sword, because I want to try both. Maybe a chainsaw, so 3. And then it is a wrap. It's done. Okay? So don't invite me to your zombie apocalypse place unless you want a free cannon fodder, because that's all I am.
Yeah, we've talked.
Boop, you got the point though. I'll give you that.
What do you think I would do if the world were ending tomorrow?
you want to live.
I do.
You're a liver. So
Very much a liver. I'm very much an aliver.
You're an aliver. So if we're talking like a zombie apocalypse type situation, I don't know specifically what your order of operations would be as far as like, I'm going to go to the store first and get food or weapons or whatever. But I would say you would do your best to gather supplies.
Absolutely.
Do what your best to get into a safe location.
Absolutely.
And I would say above all else, probably you would do what you can to get your mom. Get your, if anybody you're going to go try to go collect is going to be your mother.
Madre is at the top of
the
list.
siblings, depends. Maybe you'll go get them. Maybe you won't. You might call them and be like, "Hey, I'm taking mom here."
They're grown.
But you're going to pick up mom.
Zombie apocalypse. You're grown. The more people, the less control you have over the situation.
You gotta do what you gotta do. So above all else, you're getting your mother for sure.
Mm-hmm.
If it's a nuke,
but I wouldn't even have to worry
about the same
situation
situation as far as like nukes go. I feel like we're both just gonna like accept what it is and just be like,
yeah, maybe rob a bank. I mean, I wouldn't rob a bank. I feel like maybe
I would probably do something wild.
Yeah, something wild for sure. I think something wild.
Grand Theft Auto sounds like fun.
Yeah, it would honestly, I feel like between our friend group, it would turn into GTA for sure. Really quickly. And I would be the one on the sidewalk like, wait guys, and y'all are jacking Jaguars and Maseratis and vroom vroom gone. And now my coin is at 0 and y'all is at like $150,000.
There it is. So okay, 5 stars on the board. So yeah, that will give us both 1 point. You are 100. So. I'm taking myself out. Your turn. We're on the last. 1 question for you, 1 question for me, and then we will get to our finale.
Okay, so now I gotta go down to the deeper questions. Then let's see. I feel like I don't know this answer either, but I feel like it would be a really good question to end on.
Okay.
Like for you, I don't know the answer for you. What is my most embarrassing moment?
Can I stick to an embarrassing moment as far as like you and I, as far as like I've known you, or just like are we talking about like, your entire life? Because I don't have we talked about this in the podcast before?
Which one?
Have we talked about this specific embarrassing thing before?
I don't know. I've never. I mean, I don't really get embarrassed, so I don't know what.
Is that the answer? You don't get embarrassed?
No, it's not. I do have an embarrassing moment, but I don't know what you're about to talk about.
I don't know what your most embarrassing story is. Let me take a guess. Is it something relating to like? What happened in that story? So we talked about this on the podcast a while ago about friends that have no decorum. Go check it out. It's one of our earlier episodes.
It is.
I forgot specifically what you did, but I want to say it involved you and alcohol and someone getting upset about something. But I don't remember the specifics of it. Again, we talked about it in one of our episodes, but I don't remember the story exactly. And maybe it wasn't you. Maybe it was one of your friends that had no decorum.
I don't necessarily. You
don't remember it, so it's obviously the wrong answer.
I mean, we have talked about moments with. I remember the friends with no decorum episode. I remember talking about a friend who got beside themselves. I also remember there was a moment that you talked about where we went out for our first concert, and I was like, I wasn't embarrassed, so hopefully I didn't embarrass you.
When you and the gay guy were kind of
me and the gay guy were just like vibing. I didn't want to take him home, but it's just like we're just on the dance floor. No, I will say I don't get embarrassed often, but there is one moment I can think about in my life where I did get embarrassed. A lot of people do know this, but a lot of people don't know this. So I was in college. And we had kind of like a kingdom spiral staircase where stairs came down on both sides in our student union. Mm-hmm. And the upstairs were like some of the offices and downstairs were the restaurants and where people would commune. And I was walking down the steps and I saw one of my crushes and I tripped and I fell down 7 steps. I mean, I rolled, I tumbled, and it was like, it was in between class change too. And if you know anything about the college atmosphere, in between class change where people are walking so fast through buildings to get to like one side of the campus to the other, there were so many people in that student union that it it wasn't even after. It was an initial feeling of embarrassment, but once I hit that bottom step, I picked my pride up. I didn't pick myself up. Ooh. I picked my pride up, and I said, well, we're here now. And I just laid there for maybe like 15 seconds. A couple of people came over, asked me, was I okay?
Just let it simmer for a minute.
Yeah, I was like, I'm fine, good. Got up. But my crush still liked me. We still went out. We still dated.
Okay,
so he was like, oh my God, are you okay? Like, what happened?
Bitch.
Yeah, so I mean, when I tell you it was cartoon-esque, books, papers, everything went flying. Everything went flying over that stairwell. Like backpack.
One for him.
I lost a shoe. It was crazy. And when I think about it, like that's probably the most comical / moment of embarrassment. Outside of that, I've really never been embarrassed about anything I've ever done.
Fair. What about me?
That's why I say I mess myself up because I too feel like you don't get embarrassed. I mean, you do, but you don't.
Go on, because you're kind of in the right realm.
But I don't know because you've never really talked about embarrassing moments per se. I would imagine maybe you were probably younger, maybe in high school when it happened. Or early 20s.
So, I will give you a point for it. Simply because you are right. I don't really get embarrassed. I can't think of a specifically embarrassing moment I've ever had. So. I have no shame. I don't give a fuck. Okay? It is what it is. Okay? Like, I don't have... I'm not saying I don't have the capability of being embarrassed, but like... Yeah. If I ever have been embarrassed, it's been so short-lived where it's not something I can remember. I can't recall it.
Yeah.
I
recall that's a hilarious moment, and I probably wouldn't even remember it if me and nobody didn't start dating. But go
fair. That's a cute little story. My problem is I get anxious. I can count on the time. I can think of very specific instances where I've been super anxious, really but that's not embarrassment, right? Like it's not the same. That's why I'm giving you the point because you're right. I don't really get embarrassed. Like, yeah, I may like slip up and like mess up something or say something dumb or look embarrassing while I'm dancing, but like I don't think twice about it when it's over. Like I may regret it to an extent, be like, oh, that wasn't my best moment, or like, oh, that was kind of like rough, but like. Embarrassed isn't really like the term I would use.
Yeah, I would agree for sure. You could look back on some moments and be like,
right, like could have did that better, but I'm not embarrassed. Right, I can't think I've ever been embarrassed about anything specific. I'm sure maybe one day, but all right. Final question, and then we're gonna get into our fun little final round.
Okay.
Let's finish this off with a light note here. Do I... Actually, no, it's not like that question, actually. That's too easy. A little too easy. Okay, final question. What would I do...
Here we go.
...if I won $1 million?
Ghost me. No, you wouldn't ghost me.
You're one of the only ones.
You would... If you won $1 million, honestly, I feel like you would wait 24 hours to make sure it was real. So, like, and that's just to say, like, if it wasn't immediately deposited to your account, because if it was immediately deposited to your account, you're bitch, I'm a ghost.
Ghostly, okay? I'm going ghost. Danny Phantom, you got, okay?
Yeah. But if you had to, like, turn in a ticket or something, I think you would wait, like, 24 hours. I don't know. $1 million? I know there are things you want to buy and like do for yourself, but I don't see you as the crazy. You know how like they be like, oh, some people won a lottery and they like lost it all in a year, and it's just like this sad story. I don't see you like.
I made myself broke as shit getting the stuff I wanted now, so there's nothing else to buy when I'm rich.
Yeah, I really, honestly, I feel like you would probably buy the DJ equipment you always wanted. Absolutely. You would probably travel. You probably move actually out of the country.
Bingo. That's it. That's move out of the country. You said both the right answers. I would get myself a nice DJ setup and I would be peaced out. Peace out of America, peace okay? Out. But you're right. I wouldn't ghost you though, because you would also be peaced out of America, and so would our mutual friend.
Manager
Bring
mama
along. We gotta do what we gotta do. We
girl.
out. Flute out. You're right. 24 hours, and on the 25th hour on our flight, Delta One.
And in them 24 hours, he's booking a flight.
I'm out. Oh, we're done. We're gone. Loki is getting we're flying first class
in his nice
with Loki.
Ugg padded carry-on.
We're done.
With sheep's wool.
Material girls.
Material girl. Which really would be Loki. What do you think I would do if I won $1 million?
It probably, I mean, $1 million isn't a lot, so I'm not going to say you're going to be like, oh, I'm going to donate most of it. If it was like $1 billion, I could see you donating a large chunk of it to something.
Yeah.
$1 million, I would say you would probably, I mean, mind you, your philosophy is you're not paying for school, but if you had $1 million, you probably would pay for yourself to go back to finish your degree. Absolutely. But at least right now, your philosophy is, I'm not going back unless someone else pays for it. So
absolutely not.
In respect to that,
wants me to go back.
He'll pay. He'll find a way.
Absolutely.
He'll open up the wallet. Absolutely. So I would say with $1 million, you probably would just say F it and go get your degree and finish that up.
Yeah, I would do that, and then
maybe buy a house.
A house, and my mom's so close to paying off her house. I mean, I probably would like pay that a couple of $1,000. But the only other thing I would do, I would look to see how much. So one of my dreams, and you're kind of hesitant sometimes to talk about your dream because people just really be out there hating, but one of my dreams would be to buy a old like mega mall or like a really really huge property and turn it into a co-op space for homelessness. So have people come in who are on the streets. They can learn how to grow things. They can learn how to make things. We would have like farmers market shops they could sell to make money for their eating, just different things like that. So I would see, I'm sure for sure that $1 million wouldn't be enough for that.
Right, that's more of like that's more of like $1 billion.
I would definitely,
or multiple millions, maybe.
If I could look into how much it would be to just start the investment there, I would look into that for sure.
Very wholesome, very wholesome.
It's just like homelessness just shouldn't exist.
Shouldn't exist
at
all. Well, that was game, or at least our first round of the game. The score update right now is 13-17. I am 13. You are 17.
Wow.
So someone knows someone a little bit better than I do.
We can. You want to do? I maybe shoot myself in the foot because I am not a drawer.
So let's just play the final round. The final round just be a little bonus. We're both doing one. Let's make them both 5 points apiece. So we really make or break. So our final round, there's a few questions that are drawing related. So we're both going to select a question here, and that's going to be our final tiebreaker. Kristen, if you want to go ahead and get us started.
Yeah, so our treat for you, our surprise is we're going to draw these. And if you want to see our drawings, follow us. We're going to have all of our information in the description box below. We will have our drawings on all of our social media platforms. We'll also have them available in stories and just different things like that. So if you're trying to see it, we're not going to keep them up for long, though. So you have to follow to see them. I probably will embarrass myself. I just want to let you know that because I'm just not an illustrator by any means. So we are doing images, and I'll go first. What image do I look like in the morning? If you know me, I use a very particular meme all the time for the morning. I want to try to find the meme that I use all the time. I don't think I can find it. Oh my gosh. I feel like he really about to draw me crazy. Really about to draw me crazy. Here we go. You hear the pencils. Yup. I use that gift religiously. That is what I feel like I look like when I wake up in the morning. Even though I be so alert and ready for the world. Oh, it's he over there, Picasso. Why she gonna try to make me pretty? He won't. He petty. How much time do we have to draw these? I don't think we set a time limit.
All right, I'm done.
Okay, we need to figure out how much time he got because I need the same amount of time for my drawing. It wasn't 30 seconds.
All right, this is what I have for Kristen.
Okay.
You know, Miss Early Bird, maybe not the one who gets the worm. Bow.
Wow. Wow. Am I on crack? Why are my eyes?
It's a begrudging smile.
And my hair is falling out. What in the alopecia is happening?
It's your dreads. I was gonna put the bun, but you have dreads right now, so
I have braids.
Them two.
Coon. I don't have dreads. I don't have locks in my head.
I
look like a Jimmy Neutron character. I actually
don't do
like,
her.
I actually look like
Don't
I'm
do
in
her.
a Fairly Odd Parents.
Don't do her.
Look at my body. Where my shoulders at? Yo.
You give him body, okay? Body, okay? Don't do that. Don't do that.
Cute face, slim waist, fat.
Okay. Period.
Can you please, mutual friend, show him what I feel like I look like in the morning? I appreciate you thinking I look like a goddess, but this is actually what I feel like I look like in the morning.
Every morning, girl. Every morning like clockwork.
All right.
Here
we go.
To tie us up.
You go ahead. I got to draw. You tell me.
What is my dream job?
Oh my God. What? That's a trick question. Okay. I can't let you see it. I can't. I know the answer, but how do you draw the answer is the question.
You got it. Let's go ahead and start the clock. You got a minute. In the meantime, I'll just talk to the people. So, hope everyone's having a good week so far. It's Friday by the time you listen to this, if we release it on time. I missed you guys. A lot has happened. Are you guys okay? Check in with yourselves. Take a moment to breathe. That was nice, right? That was really nice. Really excited to be back. We're T-minus 3-ish weekend. No, 3 weekends from Beyonce, Blue Ivy, Beehive, because I know it's someone's internet. Someone's listening to it. Justice for Thique. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. You can't not play Thique. At least replace it with something else.
Actually, let me do this.
No. You have 10 seconds. Ooh, okay, now putting the final touches.
Put a little depth to her. Had to, get
3,
together.
2, 1, and you're done. Put it down. Put it down.
Okay.
All right, so the question was, what is my dream job? Let's go ahead and show the people, or at least myself. I'm a little blind. I can't see. Can you bring a little closer, please? So what she drew was very accurate. It's me on my very loppy bed.
Yep.
And
no, it's like one of them day beds. You know how they
okay, right. Like one of my French girls. Okay, so I'm Rose on the Titanic. I'm on my bed, and it says, "I do not dream of labor." 100% correct. Absolutely, it's me. Bloop! Right there. No job. I want to sit there. And I just want to lay in bed with my cat at the edge of the bed with money in the bank account. I don't know how it's there. I don't know if a man's going to get it. I don't know if I'm making the money at home. I'm just trying not to work. So, but also work. My philosophy in life, and I feel like everyone should adopt this philosophy. Mm-hmm. Do the least and make the most. That's what we should all be doing. Doing the least possible, but making the most. Words to die by.
Fair. Do the least in what doesn't make you happy. There are some things that make people happy, and they can do that.
And do them as minimal as possible so you don't burn yourself out of it.
Hey, look at Miss Omelette.
Omelette du fromage?
She ain't got to be out here baby bumping like she doing.
Yes.
She just enjoys it. You
Not that
do what you
anybody
enjoy.
who listens to this podcast knows who this is. Shout out to Mama Len. She is out here
Omelette du
pregnant.
fromage.
And
Woo.
DJ, she headlined Tomorrowland.
6 months, right?
I think like 4 or 6 months pregnant, whole baby bump. But yeah, that was our game. So we're gonna upload our pictures. Congratulations, Kristen. You are our winner for the day.
We do it again.
This was a good time. I really enjoyed this. I'm happy to be back yet again. Do you have any closing closing statements for us today?
Peace day. I don't want peace. I want violence. Always.
Always.
So happy to have done this. It's funny learning. You know what?
I learned
My
a lot about
takeaway is you never stop learning about someone, no matter how long they're in your life, no matter how well you think you know them, even if you've known them since birth or since you were a young child. They grow, they evolve, they change. Mm-hmm. Consistently ask the questions to figure out who the person is at that moment.
We'll drop this quiz inside the chat. Maybe, the comments or whatever the fuck we do. The description box.
Yeah.
Maybe we hang out with your friends, hang out with your family. Maybe you back in with your mom and dad. Ask them some questions. I'm sure they have something interesting to say. Or they don't.
Or you may not want to know the answer because I have to ask my mother questions. And as an adult, I'm starting to learn, lady girl, you've had a really crazy life, but it's funny.
Truly.
Anywho, you can find us at Gmail, that's Friendship University Podcast at gmail.com. You can also find us on Instagram, that's at Funny Podcast, FUNIPODCAST Instagram. We are also the same on TikTok and the same on Twitter. Now, X, I don't know if that's going to stick. I don't even know if we're going to stay there, but we'll see. All of that will be in the description box below. Show our co-host Mickey some love for coming back and, trying to hand me my butt cheeks as he always does. It's good to be back, people.
Love you.
Love you. Bye.
Peace.